In a quiet little village surrounded by green hills and bright flowers, there lived two sisters, Lila and Amara. Lila was the older sister, and everyone in the village said she was the most beautiful girl they had ever seen. She had golden hair that shone in the sunlight, and a laugh that made people smile. Amara, the younger sister, was not as beautiful. She often felt invisible, like no one noticed her because Lila was always in the spotlight. The sisters loved each other, but deep down, Amara felt jealous of Lila. She wanted people to admire her too, but most of all, she wanted to marry a kind and handsome man, just like Lila's suitor, Elias. Elias was a rich merchant who brought gifts from faraway lands. He was kind, funny, and had the warmest smile. When Elias asked Lila to marry him, she said yes, and everyone in the family was so happy. Everyone except Amara. Amara watched Lila and Elias laughing together as they prepared for their wedding. She felt a sharp pain in her heart. Why does Lila get everything? She has beauty, happiness, and now Elias. It's not fair, Amara thought. Her jealousy grew and grew until it turned into a terrible idea. One night, just days before the wedding, Amara crept into Lila's room. She carried a tiny bottle of poison that she had bought from a traveling merchant. The man had told her it was a sleeping potion, but Amara knew it would make someone sleep forever. Her hands trembled as she poured the poison into Lila's evening tea. "I'm sorry, Lila," Amara whispered, though she wasn't sure if she meant it. The next morning, Lila didn't wake up. The family cried and cried. Amara cried too, but her tears weren't just for Lila. She cried because she felt scared and guilty, but she told herself, "Now Elias will notice me." And he did. After some time, Elias started spending more time with Amara. He said she was kind and caring, especially during such a sad time. Slowly, Elias and Amara grew closer. After a few months, Elias asked Amara to marry him. The wedding was small and quiet. People in the village said it felt strange, marrying so soon after Lila's death, but no one said anything aloud. Amara felt proud as she stood next to Elias. "This is my happy ending," she thought. She believed she had finally won. But something strange happened after the wedding. That night, when Amara expected Elias to hold her hand and talk to her like he had done with Lila, he seemed distant. He looked sad and stayed quiet. Maybe he's still thinking about Lila, Amara thought. But as days turned into weeks, Elias still didn't seem happy. He avoided Amara, and when she asked him what was wrong, he wouldn't answer. One day, Amara couldn't take it anymore. She stood in front of Elias and asked, "Why don't you love me? What is wrong?" Elias looked very sad. He held her hand and said, "Amara, I do care for you, but there's something I need to tell you. I cannot have children. I should have told you before." Amara stared at him. Her mouth fell open, and her heart started to race. "You can't have children?" she whispered. Elias shook his head. "No, I can't. I thought you would still want to be with me, even if we couldn't have a family." Amara felt like the ground beneath her was falling away. All this time she had dreamed of a happy life with Elias, a home filled with children running and laughing. She had done something so terrible to her sister for this dream, and now it was gone. As the days passed, Amara became very quiet. She no longer smiled or laughed. At night she couldn't sleep because Lila's face kept appearing in her dreams. She could hear Lila's voice, soft and sad, saying, "Why did you do this, Amara?" Amara started to feel heavy with guilt. She remembered how kind Lila had been to her, always sharing her things and including her in everything. Lila didn't deserve this, Amara thought. I did something very, very wrong. One night, Amara wrote a letter to Elias. In the letter, she told him everything: the poison, her jealousy, and how she had caused Lila's death. She left the letter on the table and quietly left the house. No one saw her again. When Elias read the letter, he was shocked. He couldn't believe what Amara had done. He took the letter to Lila's grave and sat there for a long time, crying. The villagers learned the truth and were heartbroken. They said Amara had been consumed by her jealousy, and it had ruined not only her sister's life, but her own as well. From that day on, people in the village told the story of the jealous sister. They told it to remind others that jealousy is a dangerous thing, and that kindness and honesty are what truly make a person beautiful. And so, the story of Lila and Amara lived on, teaching people that love and happiness can never come from hurting someone else.